Okay guys, welcome back to part 2 of my Treasure in the Royal Tower walkthrough. I just set the alarm for 3 a.m. and we're going to go talk to Professor Hotchkiss for the first time outside of her room. Go downstairs here. I love the howling wind, and the soundtrack for this game too is really, really good. It just feels very cozy in this castle. And there's Professor Hotchkiss.
Nancy, dear, welcome to the witching hour. Isn't it marvelous to be up and about when others are sound asleep? I find my brainwaves are at their most powerful during this time.
Yes, this big old place does feel quiet at this hour. But do you think everyone is really asleep? I mean, if this is the only time you're away from your room, when else could you have been robbed?
You're right on that. This is the only time that someone could break into my room. But why are you so interested in this robbery anyway?
I'm thinking this robbery and the library vandalism might be linked somehow. If you told me what was taken from you, maybe I could put the pieces together.
I'd like to tell you more about the robbery, but I'm afraid it just wouldn't be good for my blood pressure. I'm traumatized, you see, because the stolen item was a keepsake from a dear friend, and it was a cornerstone of my theory. I'm sure you understand.
Can you tell me anything about this theory of yours?
Well, you probably know by now that I'm a scholar of French history. My specialty is Marie Antoinette. Oh, poor Marie, the most misunderstood queen of the 18th century. Marie used to visit the very tower that now belongs to this castle. I'm convinced that this place holds evidence that will forever change the way the world views Marie. But the walls have ears, so I'd rather not say any more right now. Oh, if you're really interested, why don't you go up to my room and have a look around yourself? You've been such a great help to me, almost like an apprentice. Oh, I've always wanted an apprentice.
Wow, Professor, that's really generous of you. I'd love to learn more about your work, but are you sure you don't mind?
I insist! Your mind is like a ravenous monkey gobbling up every banana in its path. Oh, how can I stand in the way? Here's my extra pass key. I get back to work at 6 a.m. sharp, so just make sure you vacate the premises by 5:59 and put things back where you find them. It's all scientifically organized in there.
What did you mean when you said Marie Antoinette was misunderstood?
Everyone thought Marie did nothing but spend France's money on jewels and fancy soap for herself, while her people were starving. History books have upheld the myth that she was just a spoiled and heartless brat, but I don't believe it.
Why not?
I believe that she's been the victim of vicious rumors and lazy historians for too long, and that if the real story could be told, people would realize that Marie Antoinette was actually a good woman who wanted to help her people but didn't know how.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
So, Marie Antoinette, as we found out from that book earlier, got married at 15. She was very young when she went to France, and she didn't become queen till a few years later. But, you know, there's two sides to the story. I think that she was ill-equipped. I mean, can you imagine, like, running a country at that age? But, you know, it's still, it's facts, history, you know? A lot of people went hungry in France because of what the monarchs did during that time. Oh, and so right now, history lesson over, this is a key to the library. So we're gonna take that. Looks like Dexter has a extensive to-do list here. Keep searching. Wonder what he's searching for. And I don't think there's too much else we can look at here on his desk. So we'll back away from it so we don't get caught. It is 3 in the morning though. Another thing too, this game is based on the Nancy Drew book number 128, which is also Treasure in the Royal Tower. If you guys haven't read it, it's really good. It's a lot like the game. Professor Hotchkiss is a man, though, and there's a couple other differences, but it's a really good book. So if you like this game, you'd probably like the book. So let's go in Hotchkiss's room here. There's the remaining evidence of her 50 chicken drumsticks. Maybe she only ate part of them. Let's see. So here's some of her notes on Marie Antoinette. Favorite color, purple. She's a Scorpio, according to Hotchkiss. Despite the elaborate hairstyles that were the fashion, Marie preferred to wear her hair loose. Now, I actually dressed up as Marie Antoinette one time for Halloween. Because, like, that's my idea of a good Halloween costume. It's fun. And I did my hair, like that. Just really high up and powdered. And I stacked a bunch of kitchen sponges in my hair. And it was pretty fun to do that. But every day, like, your arms would get so tired. I mean, I guess she had people doing it for her, but... Let's see, Baroness Helga von Hanseldorf. So it looks like this lady gave Beatrice Hotchkiss a medallion. Wonder if that's what is missing, or was taken from her room. She said it's a cornerstone of her theory, so... Now let's see, let's look at this video camera over here. Maybe we can watch something on it.
Testing. Can anyone hear me? Hotchkiss to Earth. Come in, Earth. Oh, okay. I think we're rolling. Now, let's get a look at these hallways. So rich in detail. You'd never know this place was built in 1920. It's all so 18th C. Oh, and there's Marie. I feel so close to her, just being here. It's as if her spirit is in the air, sweet as the smell of fried chicken.
I wonder what Hotchkiss saw. Her battery died, so we'll just recharge this here. We'll come back maybe tomorrow and see if it's charged enough to watch and see what she saw. But we can go look around the corner here. And then Nancy should probably go to bed because it's like 4 or 5 in the morning. Ooh, what was that? You know, Lisa mentioned there were some weird noises. Wonder if it's coming from down here. It does sound louder. That's a little bit creepy. Let's go to bed. Creepy things happen early in the morning hours, so go back to Nancy's room here and use our key, not Hotchkiss's. Okay, we'll set the clock for, I don't know, lunchtime. Oh wait, a little bit earlier. There we go. We haven't talked to Lisa in a second, and I definitely want to go confront her about her multiple aliases. I mean, is that just a ruse for, you know, being a photojournalist? We have multiple aliases to get people to talk more? We'll see.
Can I help you?
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
I don't know why the radiator option's still on there. It's like, Dexter fixed the radiator, Nancy. Let's talk to Lisa.
Hi there, how's it going?
What do you know about Jacques Brunet?
Didn't you watch the last Winter Olympics? He's France's big cheese of skiing. He holds the record for the 500-meter slalom, but he totally choked at the games. I guess he's washed up now, but at least his looks haven't gone down the tubes.
So tell me more about the life of a photojournalist. It must be very glamorous at times.
Well, there's nothing glamorous about the pay, I can tell you that much.
Does your job take you to exotic, far-off places?
Well, there is a lot of travel. Too bad I'm so useless with foreign languages.
Lisa, keep lying.
I'm dying to find a way into that tower. Where do they usually hide the secret entrances in weird old Midwestern mansions?
I guess I should know, shouldn't I? Too bad most of the places I've covered aren't any weirder than imitation butter. I wish you'd hurry up and find it, though, so we can check it out.
There was a little mix-up with the lockers, and I accidentally opened yours.
Yeah, and?
It seems you have more than one identity, Lisa. I'm just wondering if you are who you say you are.
A savvy photojournalist always carries a couple of alternate identities, Nancy. When you're working under deadline, you don't always have time to play by the rules. I'm sure you know what I mean.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
I don't know what you mean, Lisa. I think you're lying. Lying to us. Let's see. I mean, why would you lie about knowing Spanish? Seems a little odd. And let's get in the elevator. We can go... I mean, Jacques may not be... Oh, it's already here. Whoops. Jacques may not be downstairs right now. Maybe... We'll go up to the second floor here. Or maybe not. Well, that's not good. Ooh. Let's climb out of the top. Oh gosh. Wow, that's so far down. Okay, well, we can't make it to that ladder. That's too far. But maybe we can make it up to the door on the second floor.
Alley-oop!
Huh. Well, I guess we know what Ned meant now, by not taking any unnecessary leaps. But did the elevator malfunction on its own, or did somebody help it? Very weird timing. Let's call our friends again real quick.
Hello?
Hi again.
Hey, Nancy. What's the latest?
There are these creepy sounds at night. I can't figure out what or who could be causing them.
With all the history behind that place, I'll bet it's full of grumpy old ghosts.
Ned, since when do you believe in ghosts?
I don't know, but it sure sounds cool, doesn't it? Anyway, where are the sounds coming from?
That's just it. They seem to be coming from behind certain walls.
I bet they're coming from inside the tower. You've got to find the entrance, Nancy.
How do you think Professor Hotchkiss ended up with Marie Antoinette's green medallion?
It sounds like Marie gave the medallion to the family of that Baroness Helga in Austria. Maybe Helga gave it to Hotchkiss when they became friends in order to help with her research.
Bye, Ned.
Keep me posted.
Okay, let's call George.
Hello?
George?
And best too. What's new, Nancy?
You guys, I've heard these awful screeching and banging noises at night.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, all right. Lisa Ostrom's heard them too. They sound like they're coming from the belly of the castle.
Maybe the castle has a bad case of indigestion.
Oh,
Seriously though, have you searched the castle? Maybe it's the library vandal doing more damage.
I agree with Bess. Wait till the sounds start again and then follow your ears. But don't forget, there's more to Ezra Wickford's castle floor plan than meets the eye.
Hear that, Nancy? She agrees with me. I think I'm going to faint.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Nancy.
See ya!
I love talking to Bess and George. Oh, maybe we have a voicemail.
Welcome to the voicemail system. Please press 0 to retrieve messages. To leave the first message. To go to the next message, press 2. To leave the second message.
Nancy, this is your mentor speaking. Things are looking uncommonly out of sorts in here. I just hope I haven't had another intruder. Please remember that passkey I gave you is not for sharing.
To leave the system, please press 3. Thank you. Goodbye.
So Hotchkiss is probably talking about the camera battery because we charged it. Let's set the alarm for a little bit later and go talk to Jacques. And maybe we can talk to Dexter and Lisa if they're down here. We'll tell them about getting stuck in the elevator.
Can I help you?
I was in the elevator and it got stuck between floors. I had to climb out the top and I just barely made it up to the floor above. Do you think you'll be able to fix it?
Well, I doubt it's broken. I'll check the power switch in the basement. Glad you're okay, but don't go climbing around the elevator shaft anymore. It's dangerous in there.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Lisa's gone. Let's go see if Jacques' down here.
Ah, Nancy, ¿cómo se va?
Lisa told me you were in the Olympics. What was that like?
Disappointing, frustrating, humiliating.
Sounds like one of those valuable learning experiences you might never live down.
Oh, you said it, Nancy. It was the worst day of my life. To fall flat on my face with my family, my country, and the rest of the world watching.
I'll talk to you later.
A bientôt.
Let's call the elevator. I don't know if it's down here. It is. Okay. Let's see.
It's locked.
Maybe, let's go see if we can flick the switch here. We'll see if it's working now. If it's working now, that means that maybe somebody threw that switch while we were in the elevator. Which is kind of creepy to think about. That's kind of what it looks like. Wonder who did that to us. Let's climb out here. So this is the ladder we saw earlier. And look at this.
It's stuck.
Let's put some oil on it. Now, we won't be able to go really far down here because the elevator's in the way.
Elevator's in the way.
So we'll have to figure that out later. Let's go up this ladder and see where it goes. Looks like there's an air duct with the cover removed. Okay, as a kid, going down this air duct shaft, I used to get really scared right here because I thought somebody was going to come out and get me. Also, how loud is Nancy, like, pounding around in this thing all across the castle? Let's see. Oh, we're in the library now. Oh, no. Turn around. Turn around. Phew, that was close.
Okay, I hear you. Darn you, crazy old man. I know you hid that thing around here somewhere. The least you could have done was left me a hint. I don't have time trying to clean this up?
Okay, that was close. It's hard to turn around fast enough to get in the air duct again. But when Dexter turned around like that, it always scared me as a kid. I was like, he knows. He knows I'm up here. I don't know how, but he knows. Okay. Well, now maybe we can see... Gosh, this place was vandalized. Look at all the books everywhere. There's the hole in the wall. Dang. It's crazy. There's Marie Antoinette. Can we look at this closer? Yeah. They really hacked a hole in the wall. An atlas of the United States. Wisconsin. Okay. It's very dusty in here. It's crazy also, we haven't even talked about this, but the fact that they imported the library and the tower from France is insane. Like, that had to have been so expensive. Hans Axel von Fersen. So this guy, I think it's believed that he really liked Marie Antoinette, possibly had an affair with her, if I remember correctly from the books I've read. Let's see, I don't think there's anything over here else that we can look at. Let's look over here. Man, broke a plant pot. Purple-Hearted Queen. Ah, so Hotchkiss wrote this book. Marie Antoinette wore purple slippers for her walk to the guillotine. They also say that when she was held in the tower before her execution, her hair turned white almost overnight. I mean, that would have been pretty stressful. So, let's see, there's a globe. And I forget what we're supposed to do with this. I think we're supposed to move this around. Let's see. Can pull that. Ah. Okay, whatever this contraption is. Close this. Okay. Let's see, I think there's another book or something we can look at somewhere. There it is. True stories behind famous portraits. Maria's husband commissioned an opulent jeweled tiara for her birthday. There's also a really fascinating thing, they call it I think the diamond necklace scandal, having to do with Marie Antoinette, where basically someone impersonated this, I think it was a cardinal that Marie Antoinette hated, and they totally had him convinced that Marie Antoinette was writing him love letters, and that really kind of proved to be her undoing, because these people basically stole the money that they had commissioned for the diamond necklace, so that's kind of interesting to read about too. Let's see, let's take this and get some dust on this paintbrush that we got from Jacques Brunet. We don't want to go out the door because there's an alarm set. So let's see if we can see what letters, what numbers Dexter pushed. Okay. So based on his fingerprints, it looks like he pressed 3, star, and 7, and 2. So that's good to know. Maybe we can come in that way sometimes too. Let's look over here. A sly rabbit will have 3 openings in its den. So this looks like the contraption we found on that paper in the globe. Let's see. I think it said -15, 10, and I think -5. Whoa, that was loud. So that opened something. Let's go back up here and look. Excuse me. Ooh, secret room. There's a lighter. Candle. Let there be light. I love the candle melting animation. It's just so cool. There's a key. We'll see what that goes to. What is this? The castle's been empty for many years now. These hallways just echo in vain. And oh, how I miss you, my one-time son. My anger's dissolved into pain. So this is goodbye, dear Dexter. Ooh, so Ezra Wickford wrote this. Dexter has more ties to this place than he let on. Okay, it's over here. Any books we can look at? No. When he was good, he was very, very good. Dexter was a young buckaroo. Castle boy wins spring spelling bee. Castle boy. How would you like to be called that? Like, castle kid. Yeehaw. First vehicle. Certificate of merit. And Dexter won an attendance award. When he was bad, he was horrid. So Dexter stole money from his dad. And he vandalized the school gymnasium windows. Can we just talk about the fact that Ezra Wickford, the inventor of chocolate milk, also saw fit to make a scrapbook of all of Dexter's good and bad moments? Like, who does that? That's pretty messed up. Here's some highlights, or some lowlights from your life, Dexter. Enjoy. I'm assuming Dexter hadn't seen them because they're in this secret room, though. Okay. Let's go back out the air duct. It's really loud. I'm just picturing everybody in the castle just looking up like, what is that noise? It's Nancy Drew going through the air ducts. Ew, what is that?
There's something down there.
Yeah, there is. Someone. We're gonna have to move the elevator, though. So let's take it up, I don't know, first or second floor. And we can't jump to the ladder, so we're gonna have to go into the library again. But we know the code to turn the alarm off, so we should be okay if we put it in fast enough. There we go. Phew, okay. Dexter will not come running. I remember as a kid too, I would like go too far into the room and then Dexter would show up and be like, "What are you doing?" Oops. I'm just breaking in. No big deal. Okay. Let's go back down the ladder. This is one of the reasons I don't play this game sometimes, is I'm like, oh, all this maneuvering to get the elevator to move and go down here. But it sounds like something's going on down here. So we need to investigate. Okay, cool, I guessed right. Sometimes there's weights from the elevator and you can push this button to get them to move. But we don't need to do that. What we do need to do is click these and make sure they stay over. So sometimes you'll do that. Oh, wow, 2 right guesses in a row. But they'll go back, so you have to, like, memorize them. Dang it. Oh. Lucky guess. Ooh. Who's sawing at something? I think we should be very scared. Like, in the middle of the night, in this dark tunnel. It's Jacques.
Nancy, what are you doing here?
Don't you think I should be asking you that question?
I can explain, Nancy, but please, don't tell anyone that you found me here. If I get sent back to France, my fiancé will give up on me, and I will have let down my family again.
How can you expect me to keep quiet while you go around destroying the castle? If you're willing to saw through this gate, then you must be the one who wrecked the library too.
Nancy, I had nothing to do with what happened in the library. I swear, the tower holds a valuable French historical document. If I can find it and return it to France, perhaps I can make up for my failure at the Olympics.
What kind of document?
The tower first belonged to the Chateau Rochemont in France. When Ezra Wickford bought the tower, my great-grandfather was the master carpenter in charge of dismantling it and preparing it for shipment. One day, when he was working alone, he found a secret compartment in one of the walls.
Then what happened?
Inside, he found an old journal with a royal crest on the cover and a medallion with a strange blue stone in it. But he heard other carpenters coming, so he hid the medallion in his pocket and sealed the journal back in the compartment. Before he could get back to study the journal and return the medallion, the tower was dismantled and shipped to America. He never learned who the journal belonged to or what it said.
What happened to the medallion?
I have the medallion now, and I'm hoping if I can get into the tower, I can find the journal too. You see, he thought if he told his story, Ezra Wickford might get angry, accuse him of interfering with the project, and try to ruin his name as a carpenter. So he kept quiet.
But he told you this story?
I was his only great-grandson. On his deathbed, he gave me the medallion and told me the whole story. He begged me to come here to Wisconsin to find the journal and return it to France.
What did he think the journal contained that was so important?
The journal bore a royal seal. It must have belonged to Marie Antoinette, because she used to visit the tower during the Revolution. So perhaps it contains her confessions, or perhaps it contains proof of her innocence. Either way, the contents of that journal could change French history forever.
But how do you think the medallion fits in? What's its significance?
I have no idea. I believe whoever hid that journal must have left the medallion with it as a part of their message. But what? Nancy, do you think you could help me? Let me show you this medallion, and maybe you'll be able to tell me what it's for.
I might be willing to help you, but you have to tell Christy everything. I'm sure she'll understand, and then you won't have to sneak around in the middle of the night, haunting the castle with that screeching hacksaw.
Okay, Nancy, I see your point. I will explain everything to Christy Lane as soon as possible. Now will you help me? I think this medallion will interest you, and maybe you'll have some idea what it's for. It's in my locker. Will you go get it while I take care of something? The combination is 2665. I'll meet you in the locker room in a minute.
Okay, Jacques. I am intrigued. I'll see you downstairs.
You're the best, Nancy.
That's what they tell me.
That's an interesting story from Jacques. Let's see. I'm going to go out this way, up this staircase, because it's kind of cool. It comes out up here next to the elevator in the library. So let's jump in the elevator again. Go back down and look in Jacques' locker. Okay, so Jacques' locker is over here. And he said the combination was 2, 6, and then we'll do 6 again. And then 5. Jacques, darling. I'm trying to be patient, but I cannot understand what is taking you so long. Note from his fiancée. Let's see. There's some of those hope boxes he's been making. That must be a picture of Isabel. He's been looking at diamonds, probably for a ring. And a letter from immigration. His visitor's visa will expire within 1 month. Interesting. So Jacques' kind of on a time crunch here. But there's the medallion. Ooh. Ouch. So gosh, Nancy got hit over the head good.
Headache headquarters. Nancy here.
Nancy, it's Jacques. What happened? Are you okay?
I don't really know what happened. I opened your locker like you said, and then it was lights out Nancy.
But you do have my medallion, right?
It was the last thing I saw, but I sure don't have it now.
Oh la la, you can't be serious.
I'm sorry, Jacques. I know how important that medallion was to you.
This is too much. Oh la la, unbelievable.
Dang, thanks a lot, Jacques. Don't be worried about us. We might have just gotten a concussion. Kind of suspicious, too, that he sent us upstairs and then we got hit over the head.
Ned Nickerson Hotline, can I help you?
Well, hello there. I sure hope you can help.
Hey Nancy, I thought it might be you. What's up?
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
Gee, Nancy, I wish I could help, but I don't know what to do.
Bye, Ned.
Bye.
Let's call George. There we go. It's hard to dial those numbers sometimes.
Hello?
Hi, it's me.
How's it going, Nancy? Are things calming down around the castle?
Not unless you find it calming to climb out of a stuck elevator.
What do you mean stuck? The elevator broke down?
Well, that's what I thought. Until I talked to Dexter, who said it was probably the power switch in the basement.
But Nancy, how could the power switch just go off while you were in the elevator?
Maybe someone turned it off. But why?
That's what I'm wondering.
How did you climb out anyway?
I climbed through a hatch in the roof of the cab and just barely made it up to the next floor.
So you were standing on top of the elevator in the open shaft? Way up high? Ugh, just the thought of it makes my stomach do somersaults.
Anything interesting in the elevator shaft?
Just a metal ladder leading up to this ventilation duct or something. Nothing unusual, except that the cover for the duct looked like it was about to fall off.
Maybe someone needed to inspect the duct and forgot to replace the grate?
Or maybe the duct leads somewhere, like to buried gold, or a hidden...
Bess, that was Nancy's last case. She's in Wisconsin now, not San Francisco.
Wickford wrote Dexter a farewell poem before he died.
The inventor of chocolate milk was a poet, too?
Yum, I could write a poem or two about chocolate milk.
It says that he hid some sort of luck charm for Dexter to find.
Where?
Something about his old thinking spot somewhere out in the garden. Funny, but I didn't see any garden when I came in.
Well, you can't exactly tiptoe through the tulips when they're buried under 6 feet of snow.
Never mind my cheeky cousin over there, Nancy. When the storm passes, you should go out and see what you can find.
I went back to check out Jacques' locker, and I found a pamphlet about diamonds, a letter from his fiancée, and a warning notice from immigration.
Did his fiancée sound cute in her letter?
Actually, she sounded upset. She wants him to hurry up and do something, but I'm not sure what.
Sounds like that guy is under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I hope he's not marrying her just to stay in the country. Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Watch out for weird people!
That's one of my favorite quotes, too. Watch out for weird people. It's safe to say somebody here at the castle hit Nancy over the head. But who was it? Let's go see if anybody's down here. I don't know what time it is. Let's see. There's Dexter.
Can I help you?
So, did you grow up around here?
You could say that.
Very subtle, Nancy.
Did you know the original owner, Ezra Wickford, when he lived here?
You could say that.
What was he like?
They call it the past for a reason, okay? Because it's over.
So, do you know if Ezra Wickford had a place where he liked to go and think? Someplace he thought of as a refuge?
There was a private area of the garden. Yeah. The entrance was hidden, so no one could bother him there.
Do you think I could go check it out?
Forget about it. There's nothing out there but dead weeds and crumbling statues.
Were you allowed to go out there?
Once in a while he'd bring me out there and teach me about his favorite flowers, but that was like 100 years ago.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Maybe we can find the entrance to the garden. Let's talk to Lisa.
So what'd you find in the library?
Please, Lisa. You know it's off limits.
Oh, come on, Nancy. You've been on the prowl. I can tell by the sparkle in your eye.
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
Aw, you're no fun.
Did you know Professor Hotchkiss published a book on Marie Antoinette?
Yeah, I looked her up on the internet. The critics panned the book. Looks like other historians think she's a real quack.
When you researched this place, did you find any references to a secret garden?
Not that I remember. But I probably wasn't even thinking about gardens. I mean, it's hardly croquet weather.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Keep me posted.
Lisa is very nosy. Let's see. I don't think Jacques would be downstairs right now. We can look, but I don't think there's any clues as to who hit us down here. But where's the arrow? There it is. I think it's too early for him to be down here. Yeah. It's crazy that someone hit us over the head, though. But we can go out in the snow. There's a shed. Looks like the blizzard's kind of over now. Look around out here. That looks important. I won't touch that. Look around. There's a ski lift around here somewhere. Guess that's where it is. Don't see anything around here. Some glue. Local buzz. Wow, so the newspaper wrote about Dexter being a delinquent back in the day. That'd be pretty sad, like trying to, trying to improve your life and people just want to keep reminding you of all the things you've done wrong. That key might go to something important though. Let's see. Go back in here. Well, let's go back up to our room and we'll see if we can wake up at 3 in the morning and go talk to Hotchkiss again. Oops, I went the wrong way. Let's go this way. And actually, I don't think we have any voicemails, so let's go make it 3 a.m. And I'm gonna stop here and we'll go talk to Hotchkiss in the next video, so stay tuned for part 3.